things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for the Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw a stroller being...
It's no longer just boxing when the fight goes outside the ring. And just that happened a few days ago at the airport in Las Vegas between Terrence "Bud" Crawford and Jaron "Boots" Ennis. It was a huge fight that changed everything. The chaos was caught on camera. Fans took to social media in large numbers for the first time since the disaster. Jaron has spoken out from his hospital bed, saying that one of the most intense potential rivals in modern boxing has been brought back to life. He calmly said he can't run anymore in his first public comment after the fight. The ring is the only way to solve this. After that, the internet went crazy.
You know my slogan, in and all like a robbery.
Crawford a good fighter though. We're gonna be like.
No, I want him to fight the best. He's an elite fighter.
Yeah, one thing about that is it's gonna be a little technical from the beginning. But Crawford better not start off slow. He got to go.
Look at the bigger picture to understand why this moment is so important. There's more to Terrence Crawford than meets the eye. He was the best welterweight boxer, embarrassed Errol Spence Jr., and even jumped up and knocked out Canelo Alvarez, which no one thought was possible.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terrence, when did you know that you were going to beat him over here on your left?
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
People have called him the pound-for-pound king, the face of the sport, and one of the best pure fighters of our time. That being said, there has recently been pressure along with this dominance. His name is being chanted by a new group of hungry young fighters. The one who has talked the most is Jaron "Boots" Ennis.
World-class Honda, what does he mean?
He said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he said he wanted to move up in competition to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too. Exactly. Yeah.
We ain't worried about, right now we ain't worried about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now, then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
Boots has been striving for years to be the best. She is a natural switch hitter and is very fast, strong, and cool. His style makes me think of Crawford when he was younger.
Boots Ennis, he is a special fighter, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he fights in this Philly shell with that particular style. It has a certain way of looking, but listen, class operator.
Class operator. I mean, Lima was a guy. All right, he'd been beaten by Aaron McKenna, and we saw him. But all we saw was a tough kid that can hit a little bit. But it was the manner in the way that Boots dispatched him in that opening round, switching from orthodox to southpaw. He boxes equally as well, you know, both ways. And I think a move up to 154, by the way, was a good move for him. He looked strong, and he's going to be a tough one to beat. I know there's talk of him and Virgil Ortiz next, which will be a great fight.
Do you think the talk of Crawford is soon, though?
Very soon. Of course it is. And I don't think that fight will materialise.
I'm not taking away from Boots Ennis whatsoever. Yeah. I think he's an unbelievable fighter. I think he's a talent, but I think there's no real rush with him at the moment. The Ortiz fight's a great fight, by the way.
I mean, there was an opportunity for Boots Ennis to fight Terrence Crawford a while ago, wasn't there? And Crawford didn't take that fight, did he?
No, I think that Crawford at the time would probably felt that Boots Ennis wasn't...
I'm on a different direction.
Yeah. He wasn't...
There's no influence there that he took the fight, by the way. That wasn't the point I was making.
Like, risk versus reward. Boots Ennis, you're not going near that. You've got to build your own profile. Let's get to that stage where we can demand 100 million quid each off the back of it or whatever. Boots is now starting to make ground up, but Terrence Crawford is probably at the stage of his career where, what's he got, one fight left, maybe 2 fights left?
How good is this Boots Ennis?
He's good. I've been a fan of him for a while. I think he's a very good fighter. I remember saying it was him and Ortiz who were going to take over after Crawford and Spence at 147, and obviously they both move to 154, but I think they do the same. I think they both collect the belts between each other and they'll hopefully eventually fight for undisputed. But yeah, he's a really good fighter. I think the weekend just highlighted how good he is, and I think the move up has done him good. I think he's a bit more spiteful at this weight division. I do think the weight was starting to hurt him, but yeah, as a boxing fan, I'd love to see the Ortiz fight. I think he's a very good fighter as well.
They think and fight the same way, and they kill their enemies with icy accuracy. Because of this, everyone in the boxing world is very excited about Crawford versus Ennis. Fans want it. Some analysts want it. Promoters say it can't be avoided.
A fight that makes a whole lot of sense, and a fight that stylistically will be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terrence Crawford and Jaron Ennis.
I think that's going backwards for Terrence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
But for Crawford, it never made sense. He's on top. He has done everything. From Ennis's point of view, fighting him doesn't add anything to his reputation. He could lose everything he's worked for if he loses. When people kept saying Boots could be the next Crawford, it got personal. Crawford didn't like the comparisons, and for months, the anger and pride have been rising.
When you saw that he brought in Jaron, what was your reaction? Like your first initial reaction when you saw that news?
I actually didn't see it. Somebody showed me, and I was just like, "So what that mean? He's not me."
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities, and you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him. So
yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.
Then there was the airport in Las Vegas. There are different stories that say Crawford and Ennis ran into each other at separate parties. People who were there said it was quiet at first until Boots came up to say something. Some words were said. The tone changed. Crawford swung right after that. Security quickly stepped in and stopped both fights. That being said, the video went viral online very quickly. There was more to it than a fight. Years of rivalry, anger, and ego have built up to that moment. That's why Ennis Hospital, where Mark works so well, he might have gotten angry and blamed Crawford or asked for an explanation. But he didn't. He turned the whole story around. He didn't try to look like the victim. Instead, he used it to put more pressure on Crawford.
What about the Terrence Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering no questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
Because fans no longer want to know if the fight will happen or when it will happen. Major news sites, such as Down and ESPN, have said in the past that there may be talks going on behind the scenes. This is the first time in years that Crawford versus Ennis is more than just a dream come true.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terrence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, you know, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, you know, that he's still very much in his prime.
It's funny because it all started with a terrible event outside the ring. Even though the punch was impulsive, it changed the way fighting is done.
A lot of people compare Ennis with Crawford, but Ennis always says he's got a completely different style and the only similarity is they both switch. Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that. Me personally, I think that Terrence Crawford boxes a hell of a lot more in the moment, phenomenal fighter in the moment. And I think Ennis is a lot more of a chess player.
Since the event, Boots' reputation has gone through the roof. Before, his devoted fans looked up to him, but most people didn't pay attention to him. Many knew he was GOAT, but not all of them were taking notice.
You got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, you know, we just going to keep saying, oh, boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, like, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but I'm looking for bigger, better challenges like Canelo.
You're looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for, you know.
Now everyone knows his name because of a video of him speaking calmly and confidently from the hospital about how Crawford can't run longer. The video went viral on all platforms, and he became famous overnight.
I'm trying to tell you, 154, man, it's mine. 154 is mine, and they're gonna see, you know, and they're gonna see, and just stay tuned. And like I said, when I handle business October 11th, we're gonna see.
Even more importantly, he is no longer seen as a young rival. People think of him as the person who wasn't afraid to fight the pound-for-pound king.
So let me tell you something wild right now. I think Crawford should fight him right now if he's ever going to fight him. If he wants to, if Crawford has it in his mind to fight Boots, you might as well do it now. What did Floyd Mayweather do with Canelo Alvarez? Now Canelo was already an enormous draw, and that's the difference. Yeah. But he didn't wait till he got super old, and Canelo entered his prime. He got him right then.
But are we talking business right now? Because if you're Boots, right? And I guess the thing for Canelo is, Floyd makes some good money there. Canelo had a nice following. Is there a super big following for Boots outside of just the boxing world?
That's what Matt's saying. The market is not that big.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, so the money was like, if I'm Crawford, would I jump out there and fight? Because Boots ain't no easy fight. Is the risk worth the reward? You know what I'm saying?
The answer right now is no.
I think Boots is probably a little bit bigger than we're giving him credit for commercially, especially after this performance. And I think if you fight Crawford, it would rise to a level. After Crawford's win over Canelo on Netflix, I think people do want to see this fight. Is it a mega fight? Maybe not, but I do think it's a very commercially viable fight.
Crawford's health, on the other hand, isn't as clear. His whole image is based on being in charge. Control over himself in the ring, over his feelings, and over every opponent he's faced. This time, though, he lost it in public. Now the question is, why? Why did what Ennis said bother him? Why did a man who had beaten Spence and Canelo so easily lose his cool at an airport? Some fans think it's anger, the kind you feel when you've done everything and people still don't believe in you.
Y'all went elsewhere, but now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh yeah, we want to fight Terrence Crawford. We want Terrence Crawford. That's the narrative now. I'm done with 147. I ain't going back. I'm like, all right, I want to fight Fundora. He got 2 belts. I want to become undisputed at 154. That was my train of thought. But when he said he didn't want to fight me because I wasn't basically big enough, I looked at him like, huh? They want to fight Errol Spence because he's a bigger fighter.
But you knew what that was, though.
Yeah. It's cool. I'm not tripping on that because now they begging for a fight. Now they want to fight me now. I don't sell, so there's no need for you to even mention my name no more. Don't say Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know, all these guys that see now, they say, oh, he's the ticket. Win, lose, or draw, he's the ticket. I'll fight Terrence Crawford. Come on, man. Boots had a chance to fight me. Virgil Ortiz had an opportunity to fight me, you know, but now everybody, oh, I'll fight Terrence, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, cool. When y'all had y'all opportunity, you know, y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh yeah, we want to fight Terrence Crawford. We want Terrence Crawford. That's the narrative now.
Some people think it's deeper than that and that Crawford's pride wouldn't let him be compared to someone younger, fresher, and faster. No matter what caused that swing, it set up a fight that will define both of their lives.
Who they are cancels out each other as far as height. You know, they both switch hitters, lift, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in the big stage against big fighters so many times. And also with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So
Sure.
I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So I got to go with Crawford.
The fact that these two heroes naturally look like each other makes it even more interesting. They both switch. Both depend on smarts over flash. Both of them have a quiet confidence that they don't need to say.
You have spent some time in Philly. You've worked with Bozy. You've worked alongside Boots. You saw the Spence. You saw the Crawford fight. Do you believe, because Boots has talked a lot about it, I know the sanctioning bodies have made him the mandatory now for Bud Crawford. Do you believe Boots Ennis is ready for Terrence Bud Crawford?
For a fight, yes. Just because I know where his skill level's at. And it's about skill in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about who's the biggest puncher. Sometimes it's about just, having the skill and the ring generalship in there. So I do think he's ready to step in there with the best of the best. It's just a matter of time and when they'll give him a shot.
And they've both been on similar paths. They have been in charge for years, and people have called them boring, but they still beat every enemy they face. It's like seeing two different fighters at the same time. There is one from the past and one from the future. That's why so many boxing experts think this fight is not only important for the sport but also good for it. A source close to Ennis's camp says that he is already back doing light work, drills, and staying sharp. He is getting better quickly and is set on getting Crawford back in the fight.
What's the fight, or who's the dance partner that makes Boots a star?
Right now, I don't even know anybody, for real, and anybody that got a big name.
Got you. Got you. But there's no exact guy that you think about? Because I don't want to ask you, hey, this guy, that guy. I know you get those questions a lot. So if you had to say, hey, this is the guy I think, we would have a big fight, who would it be? Because it doesn't seem like the Crawford fight would happen. So what's that dance partner for you, Boots?
Yeah, like I said, anybody with the belts, or I don't know, maybe somebody at 154, one of the big names at 54.
Say less. One last.
He doesn't want a tune-out. He doesn't want an easy fight. He wants Bud because this is more than just payback for him. It's proof that he's right. He's been waiting for years for his chance to be in the news. The whole fighting world was watching after that punch. Some of Crawford's own fans agree with him. It's time now. The stakes are very high if this fight happens. Crawford wants to keep alive a tradition that was built on beauty. It's about everything that Ennis has worked for. It would be overnight fame for him if he beats Crawford. He doesn't have a belt to defend. He wants to be king or queen. And to be honest, the whole thing has made me interested in the sport again. Fans said a few months ago that boxing was too careful and political. The big names stayed out of the big fights. Crawford's camp hasn't said anything yet. Nothing is said or interviewed. There is only quiet. But in fighting, being still doesn't last long. Not while everyone on the internet is looking. Boots has done something. In one comment from a hospital bed, he called Crawford's pride, calm, and reputation into question. History has taught us that pride is what brings fighters back to the ring every time. If this fight goes through, it won't be like any other fight. Both men will remember it for a long time. The old king or queen is being challenged by a hungry man who won't wait his turn.
What do you like watching now?
Terrence Crawford, one of my favorites to watch now. I love Terrence Crawford, and I like to watch Anyway too. Anyway can fight. And you know who else I like to watch though? I like to watch Boots.
Oh, okay.
Boots, yeah. I love watching Boots. Boots got game. People don't understand Boots got game. You know what I mean? Boots, every now and then he messes on the defense a little bit, but Boots got game.
Boots versus Terrence Crawford.
Now, Boots hasn't proven himself enough to tell me for me to say that he gonna beat Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford is a different kind of animal. You feel me? Proven stud. You understand where I'm coming from? But Boots, if anybody could be Bud in the future, it would probably be a Boots, because Boots got enough tools to be in.
One thing you can't argue about is whether you love Crawford or Boots. Boxing needed this fight more than anything else. Fear, anger, and not knowing what will happen next. It all began with a punch. It will end after one fight. The video for today is now over. Please hit the bell button, follow, and leave a like if you liked it so you don't miss any more videos. Do not forget to write your thoughts in the box below. Watch out for the next video.